Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, baby mums and baby dads all over the world, welcome to another episode of Take It to the Rim podcast with myself, Rods, aka Dominant Dallas out here. Hey,
I didn't know where you were going with that.
Go look at our record. We doing bits. Yeah, they said it wouldn't work. They said why? How? There's not enough balls to go around. Pause. But guess what? There's enough. Yes, aka. Hooray. So to the right of me, I have Mr. Clip L Clippers. Clipper Cam. Currently suffering right now.
What's good?
You can hear by the tone of his voice that nothing is good.
It's not. The call is coming from inside the house. We're finished over here.
And to the left, I have with me the local Cavs fan, the Melody man, Teon, but not the Wayne. Yeah, our hybrid defender.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Two-Way himself.
6'9", pure temptation.
Call him Two-Way Teon. Is that a pause or is that that's not a bit mad, isn't it?
100%.
I thought, if you pay 2K, you understand. If you don't, then yeah, man.
No, you didn't hear what he said, bro. You didn't hear what he said. I heard that. Don't worry, pause.
Okay, so it's been a very few interesting, I'll say 2 weeks for the NBA, but especially for the Clippers. And I just got to start off here. You guys acquired
A cancer.
the drama mama Harden. That's what I call him. And since the trade, the 76ers are undefeated. And then since the trade, the Clippers are defeated.
We haven't won a single game.
You haven't won a single game.
Even the game we didn't play in, but we still traded for it.
And
we didn't win.
it looks very bad.
Mm-hmm.
And there was some plays where it's like he gave up, which we've seen before.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't understand what's happening. Ty Lue did say that he's trying too hard to fit in.
James?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That he's trying too hard to fit in and it's not working when he's obviously trying too hard. But you need to let James Harden be let James Harden be James Harden and the same thing about playing through James Harden. So what I'm assuming is they want James Harden to play the point and they want Russ to play the two. So since you are a Clippers fan and you're currently bleeding love, no Leon Lewis, but you let me know what is going on with your team, because this is disgusting. You have 4 superstars and you're failing.
Okay. So I just want to quickly address that point. We have 4 ex-superstars on our team right now. Okay?
But you got 4 stars.
No, I can't deny that. The fact that we have the 4 players that we have and we're struggling offensively. We haven't even spoken about defense here. Offensively, we're struggling to score points. We're getting outscored in 3/4 quarters by Memphis, by
the worst team in the NBA,
by New York. Like we're struggling right now to get points, to get the ball in the basket. And I'll be honest with you, I have no idea why. I watch the 4 of them out there with Zoo, and I'm like, this is awful. We didn't really run an offense before, but we were a fast break team.
Yeah.
We capitalized on fast break points and mismatches. And right now, I'm seeing no mismatches. Nothing really positive is coming on the offensive end. So we'll start from top down. Harden's going to be the last one I talk about. 1, Kawhi Leonard. I understand you're coming back off injury. You haven't played for a little while. The first few games of the season, though, I was like, you know what? For someone who hasn't played in a little while, he looks ready. Like, he looks good. I think he's going to get better as time goes on. Right now, I'm looking at him and I'm like, you look so not bothered. Like, so uninterested. So
disengaged.
Yeah, he does. I can't lie. Like, he don't really look like he wants to be there. Paul George, and in my opinion, he's the only bright spot that I've seen on this team. Paul George started really, really well to start the season before the trade. We're going to call it BT, before trade. Yeah. Since Harden's come in, you can see that there's been a lack of offense from everyone. He's probably the only player who's scoring even close to what they normally would score in previous years without Harden being there. But again, the inefficiencies, like he started off really, really efficient to start the season. And I even told Teon, he's MVP. You know what I'm saying? He was in that conversation for 3 games. For 3 games. And then, it just kind of went to shit, man. I can't lie. Now, Russ. The thing about Russ is that Russ is doing what I expected Russ to do.
Yeah.
He's going to try and lead the team in assists. He'll also lead the team in turnovers. He'll play a fast-paced game. We needed a point guard who can push the pace. So I'm not mad at Russ doing what he's doing. The only thing that is lacking is the points. I need him to be at 15 to 17. Right now he's flirting with 12 and 13s. I think last night he had 12 and 10 or something like that. It was struggle buckets though. And then Jimmy Harden.
Wait, why
Jimmy
Why did
Harden?
you say that?
Why is
James is short for Jimmy. Why are you acting like that?
His name is James Harden.
Do whatever correlation you want, that's in your head. That's nothing to do. I didn't say anything.
You did that on purpose. Go on.
This bum! This guy decided to come to my team and fuck everything up. How many times you been at a party and ratio is perfect? Equal amount of guys and girls. And then that one guy comes in, stinking a bud, hella drunk off his head, jacket halfway off his body, and he's just yelling. And everyone's looking at, who invited this brother? That's James, bro. That's James Harden in the Clippers locker room. Because I'm sick of it. I feel like, one, he's stopping us from playing the way we were playing before, which is obvious.
Fast.
A fast-paced game. And do you know, I wouldn't be mad at it if he was knocking down shots. In the New York game, I was like, this could work. Because he had a pretty good game. In the New York game, I think he had 17 points. Yeah, he had 17 points, 66% shooting. But most of his minutes were with the second unit.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say that's where one of our weaknesses were, because our second unit has always been relatively good since we got Kawhi and PG. However, I think they lacked a leader on offense. But looking at it now, bro, I'm going to just say some numbers to you.
Yeah.
Minus 18, minus 15, minus 6, minus 28.
Bro, it's bad.
That's his plus minus in the 4 games he's played for the Clippers. Now, he's been 100% from the free throw line. Last night, he shot 14.3% against Memphis from 3. 1 for 7. I'm looking at assists. The highest assist total he had was 6 in his debut. Then he had 5, 3, and 3. Turnovers, 2, 5, 2, 1. That's not awful. I thought he'd have more turnovers than that, to be honest. I think the main problem is that he just don't know what the fuck to do out there, innit? Like, I think between him trying to play his game, his system, or be the system, and also trying to facilitate to the other 2 guys on the team who really should be getting the bulk load of the points, I just think he's confused. Like you said, you can see on defense, bro, he's a cone. Like, you can't tell me he's not a cone. When we talk about cones, like, Chris Paul got a lot of disrespect being a cone. But James Harden is a cone. And I don't think James Harden is a cone out of ability. He's a cone because he does not give a fuck, innit? At least Chris Paul will be trying to move. He's just old. But Harden, bro, he looks awful out there on our team. And it just don't work. It fully just don't work. I think Ty Lue is in a position right now where, you know how when he's almost like a caretaker, taking over a team he didn't put together. Everything else was fine. He was perfect. I know he was happy with it. We had a great chemistry from last year. We kept most of the guys we had from last year. This is the first time we've done that in age. We haven't made any major moves or anything like that. And then we go and do this, and you can see chemistry's gone in the toilet. I'm not really optimistic about what's going to happen going forward as well, to be honest, man. Like, we're 3-6 right now. We have every potential, and we're currently 11th in the West. This year, if any year, was the most important to come out and be at 100% to start the season and get a good record going. Yeah. Because where's the major injuries?
Yeah. But I think also reporters made it out to seem like he was coming in just to catch and shoot.
Yeah.
And they kept talking about his whole catch and shoot percentage. And I was sitting there and I was like, he ain't catching and shooting nothing. He's taking the ball. And what made me sick last night was when he cleaned the bottom of his soles on that ISO play.
To go and shoot that ball.
And shoot that air ball.
He shot an air ball disgustingly. I will say,
several times as well.
I will say, last night is the only game he's had a bad 3-point shooting game. So that's clearly not where the problem is. And really looking at his scoring efficiencies as well. Last night was by far his worst game, period, being on the Clippers team. But he shot 50% the game before, 44.4, which is not great the game before, and then 66.7. But there's clearly just a lack of volume. There is not enough basketball to go around between these 4 guys. I think everyone can agree that's probably the main issue. Because if Harden shoots 50% and only has 14 points, that means he didn't take enough shots.
See, the problem here is that, and I remember I saw a play. It wasn't a play, but it was just like a little possession where I realised James Harden, he was dribbling the ball up, just jolting down the court. Bounce passes it to Paul George. Paul George says 2 dribbles. I think they've now passed half court going to the 3-point line. Then Paul George passes it back to James Harden, but James Harden is like James Harden didn't cut or continue to go to the basket.
He switched off, bro.
Yeah, he switched off, and Paul George made that pass as a turnover. There, from that play, what I digested was it's a battle where it's like, okay, Harden's alright, Paul George, here's the ball, do what you do, what you've been doing on the Clippers team. And then Paul George is like, I want to make sure James Harden's involved and he's still being able to get the touches that he wants and that he's happy. So here, you take it back. And it was just a shutdown. So the only way how I see this can work and how it changes, Tulu needs to put on his hat and say, listen, cool. This is what's going to happen. You have to now designate who is going to be the point. Is it going to be Harden or is it going to be Russ?
And you think that's the problem?
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying from everything that I'm just saying, who's going to be, like, we need to know who, just because, the only reason why I say is just because now, if, let's say, good defense is being played and Russ gets the ball, he's gone. He's gone. Now, who's going to run with him? Is Kawhi and Paul George going to be there? Is that going to happen? Is Harden going to also be there? Is he going to trail fast enough? Is he going to be there for, boom, catch and shoot, or to get the ball, transition? What's going to happen? Or is it going to be a thing where Harden gets the ball and because Russ is gone, he's gone in transition? So I think one of them, there has to be a sacrifice where either someone's going to end up having to be a pure point and just get like easy cut baskets. So it's either that's Russ or Harden, because whichever one you choose determines how the pace of the game is going to go. That's just one thing I will say. Just because when you got Russ, with how you guys needed a fast point guard
who
passes the ball in transition, and that's what Russ does. He's gone, attract the defense, get the help, whatever, and kicks it out, and it works. And that's how you guys play. So now it's like, it's either James Harden, you're going to be one of the guys waiting there to now get your easy 3 points in the possession, which is what you should do.
I'm just looking at this now because I'm just noticing it. So Kawhi, in a game where we played against the Lakers here, and I understand it went to OT, right?
Yeah.
He had 28 shots. Yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Each game since Harden's been there, he's had 16 shots. That's 12 less shots. There's no way that's not going to massively impact your numbers and the way the team's playing, the way the team's scoring as well. Like, I'm perfectly fine with Harden taking shots if he's making. I'm fine with him being the guy in the 3-point. What I need him to be, though, is to stay on that 3-point line. I don't need him to be in the mid-range. I don't need him to... I say it's either a 3 or a layup. And his game, that's pretty much what his game is. So I'm kind of confused as to why this isn't working, because the way in my head I saw it was, if Russ is running the point, Harden's on the 3-point line, Kawhi's on the 3-point line, Paul George's on the 3-point line, and Zoo's either running the pick and roll or he's hovering around the free throw line. Explain to you why we can't get a shot off. Explain to you why we're not getting good looks. It's not making sense to me where the floor in the system is. And I'll be honest, I think the Clippers, Steve Ballmer, got way too horny, way too greedy, bro. Because it doesn't make sense to me why you had a great nucleus of guys who, for the first time starting the season, have all come in healthy. The chemistry's there, and you say to yourself, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna trade 4 guys and the rest of our draft future to go and get another guy who's had locker room issues, has shown that he's not dedicated and committed to the game, and has also caused a lot of turmoil in other teams as well. And now you look at Philadelphia thriving. And I think part of that is down to the fact that Tyrese Maxey is now been given the keys to the car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let him do whatever he needs to do. But also, they brought in a great coach in Nick Nurse who's helping them get through this. And I think he knows rotations. He knows exactly where the team should be succeeding as well. It makes a massive difference. So you look at that, and the difference between them and us is disgusting. It's disgusting. And me, off the top of my head, like, I don't know if you guys think about it as well, they're all free agents this summer if they want to be. Every single one, all four of them are free agents in the summer if they want to be. James Harden should be playing the best basketball he's ever played in his whole life right now because he's paying for another contract. Because I don't think anyone wants to give him anything more than 10 a year. So in my head, this has to work for him. So I have to give him slight grace. And by grace, I mean by 20 games, we need to have a winning record.
So someone has to sacrifice out of those three.
Who's it going to be?
That's the thing.
Because I think Russ is already sacrificing.
Yeah, that's the thing. But what has happened is Russ has been taking a lot more shots since James has been.
You think?
Yes.
So
he's been taking a few more. There was a game where he took a lot of shots. Like he's always on double digits. Like
there was one get to
21, 13, what else? 18.
21. No, 21 was before Harden got there. That was against the Lakers.
Okay, cool.
So Harden didn't play that game.
All right,
they shot 13 against the Knicks, 18 against the Nets, which is a lot, 11 against the Mavs, and then 13 again against Memphis.
I think when we're talking about this whole sacrifice thing, if we look at previous teams on the Nets, Harden was the one, Kyrie was the two.
Yeah.
If we're talking about the Sixers, Harden was the one, Maxey was the two.
Yeah.
I think we know where Harden's going to go.
Position-wise.
Yeah. And I think, if we're being completely honest, Tyrese Maxey had to kind of play his game as a slasher with the Sixers. So I think Ross going to the two would probably make the most sense in this case, but I don't know if it's going to work this time around.
So he's been his game for a while.
I like what you said. However, you listed two guys who can shoot. In Maxey and Kyrie.
Yeah.
That's not Russ's strength, innit? Like if I'm coaching Russ, I'm on offense, he's playing 1 foot in the paint.
Yeah.
Pretty much the whole time. Like if he gets the ball on the baseline, I want you to go up straight for a dunk or a layup. And that's where I need you to be operating really, because his strength is not shooting. And in this case, Harden is the superior shooter. Like you have to say. I think in the case with Kyrie, not only could Kyrie shoot, but I think he's a better shot creator than Russ is as well. With Maxey, not saying that Russ isn't explosive at all, but Maxey's way more explosive than Russ is now. He off the dribble, he's pretty much going straight to the basket anyway. Like there's no real way of stopping. He's crazy fast. But not only just that, he's a better shooter as well. So where I see your point of playing Harden at the 1 and Russ at the 2, I'm not mad at it, but it has to be situational. I think Russ needs to stop trying to be the outlet initiator. And I know all the time, I know he wants to lead the fast break, which I'm fine with him doing. But in situations where, let's say it's a missed basket and they're back on defense already, let Harden do that. Let Harden do that. Go set up in the corner, or like I said, 1 foot in the paint, and then we'll work something out from there. But I think Russ could purely be a transitional scoring player and still average 12 to 15 a game.
Yeah, but this is where it comes back to the point where, as well, especially if they get the rebound, because most of the time it's either going to be Zoo or Russ that's getting the rebounds, really and truly.
Yeah, Kawhi can rebound.
Yeah, but we had this conversation the other day where I was saying I don't like Kawhi at power forward, especially with his knees. Hey, that scissor reference. I get so weak in the knees. It's true. It's true. He's not got a lot of years left, if we're being completely honest. And playing power forward,
it's going to take a lot.
At that age with those knees, it just isn't going to work. And the thing is, I think you lost out on, as much as people say, you got Harden in the trade, losing out on, who was it that was involved?
KJ Martin's the one.
KJ Martin. Yeah. And you needed someone that was going to kind of give you that jolt. Mm-hmm. And I think your team now has a bunch of scorers.
We don't have athletes like that anymore.
You don't have athletes. Yeah. And that's where you're going to struggle. And it's showing. It's showing teams that are just more athletic.
They're running more.
And that's the reason why the Grizzlies won.
Yeah. That's disgusting. I can't lie. Like, I'm very disgusted in the fact that we lost to them, you know.
You should be. As you should. Because, like, getting rid of one is like, you understand, he is going to play power forward. He's young, athletic, he's excited, he jumps out the gym. So he will take that stress and he doesn't mind, that's fine. But now what's happened now is you've given Kawhi a different task. I'm not saying that he's not capable of guarding the fours, but it's just not him. it's not him, and it's not working. And offensively, like I say, offensively, right now, what is happening is everyone's trying to cater for Harden. I think offensively, they're trying to cater for Harden and bring everyone sort of together. Where it's like, okay, you need to let Paul George and Kawhi lead and do their thing, and then off the back of that, we'll see what happens.
So like, I'm not buying into the. I think Kawhi can and does work at the 4.
I just think it's going to take more of a toll.
No, 100% it is, isn't it? But he played against the defensive player of the year last night, right, in Memphis, and Jaren Jackson Jr., right?
Mm-hmm.
And Jaren Jackson Jr. shot 3 of 15 last night. He had a -3, yeah, on a team that.
How many 3 points did he attempt, Jaren Jackson?
None. No, 3.
Okay.
Over 3. She shot 20% from the field, 0% from 3.
Mm-hmm.
He scored half of his points on free throws.
Okay.
He finished the game with 4 rebounds. Like, he didn't have a good game. He had 12, 4 and 1. Like, he didn't have a great game at all. He finished with a -3. The main reason I would say that to this team anyway, is just that you look at their scoring and it's way more balanced than what we have going on. Now that Harden's there, we're even more top heavy. The only time that anyone else who not named those scorers scoring is when they're not on the court.
Yeah.
Norman Powell is pretty much our offense now in that second unit, and I know none of them are going to do it. But I think the only way this team would work now is if one of Russ or Harden go to the bench.
And all I want to say is I can't remember if he did, but if we go back to OKC Thunder, 6-man Harden was great.
Yeah, but he's not doing that shit now.
Okay, well,
I need him to, but he's not going to do this shit. And I think it has to be Harden that goes to the bench.
It has to be.
It has to be.
It has to be. It can't because he can't go to Russ has really done that in LA, and he's really done that. He's really sacrificed way too much. And me personally, I'll say Russ should not happen.
No,
not at all.
No.
It has to be Harden. You're the new guy. Yeah, it's either like this is what I'm saying. We need to know who's playing the 1 and 2 because then one of them's going to sacrifice. Because if Russ is the one, he's not focused on scoring. If it's transition and he's gone, cool. Other than that, he's not focused on that. The only thing he's focused on is on a pick and roll with Zoo to dump the ball off to him, or to run off that pick, or to play pick and roll with him as well for the help to come and then pass it to Kawhi or Paul George or James Harden. That's where it needs to be. That's where it needs to happen. But if we're putting Harden one now you basically got to kind of obviously pick and roll has to happen with Zoo, but then you got to put Russ on the corner, sort of, or maybe like low post, just for that sort of play. And then with that as well, it can kind of be counted very easily. So maybe then you do that, and then you swap over, and then let Russ run the one, and then go from there. But there's too much, you know what I mean? So they just need to focus on, okay, what worked before? Kawhi and Paul George were leading us. You guys go. And then just Russ, Harden's like, okay, all we need to do is just back them up. They need the ball, boom. If I'm open for the shot, boom, that's it.
I think you've kind of isolated Bones Highland now. Where
but that's he's coming off the bench, innit? So
but the thing is now if it gets to a point where Harden, let's say, sacrifices and comes off the bench, what's Highland gonna do?
But the only thing we
play like Maxi.
Yeah, but the thing is,
that's the only way.
But can he play like Maxi?
Yeah, alongside Russ, they actually work well together. Yeah. Sometimes a bit erratic, but they work well. Like when you've seen
guaranteed turnovers, but yeah,
but when you've seen them play together, it's like it just seems fluent and effortless. Like it's just like.
To be fair, if Harden goes to the bench, it'll most likely be Bones that starts instead. No, it'll probably be Terrence Mann. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it'd have to be. So what ended up happening with that? Because wasn't it the first week they said Terrence Mann was starting?
He got injured.
And then Harden came, right?
Yeah, no, Terrence Mann's coming off the bench. So like last night he played 27 minutes.
Okay.
27 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a mess, man. It's a mess.
The only people on the team that had a positive plus minus were Paul George, Russ, Norman Powell. Can't believe I'm saying this. PJ Tucker and Terrence Mann. So that was clearly the unit we're in. Also,
Why didn't?
Kawhi had -18.
Mm-hmm.
Harden had -28. We're also without Mason Plumlee. I'm not going to say there's so many reasons why we're losing. However, we're playing a guy who we shouldn't have even drafted in Diabate anyway. He was -6. That boy is too skinny to be playing big. I can't lie. Another probably one of the things that you said to me as well is that we have no size on this team.
Yeah, you don't.
No,
PJ Tucker,
size.
I'm so sorry.
He's a flipping cone, bro.
He's cooked. He's
He's-
cooked. He had a positive, like I said, he had a positive plus minus. He had a steal last night. 1 assist, 2 rebounds, but it's like I need rebound. This team clearly needs rebounds. Last night, no one had double-digit rebounds. Last night, no one on this team had double-digit rebounds. We still had the same amount of rebounds as them, but no one on this team had double-digit rebounds. Do you know who led us for rebounds? Russ. Russ with 9.
I knew it was gonna be Russ.
Russ, followed by Paul George with 7. The Zoo with 6. I don't know what the fuck he was doing.
This is why I say let Russ play the 1 because especially off that rebound, go on.
He's gone.
That's it. Like with a rebound, as soon as you see Russ jump, that's it. Kawhi and Paul George should be just dying off, so at least one of them gets the ball. Even if James Harden is walking up the court, it still helps.
We're in the mud, man, because if we can't beat this Memphis team without Ja, without Steven Adams, Derrick Rose didn't even play, Brandon Clark wasn't there,
You know, it's just, I'm not going to say
Tillman.
it is a bit of a teething period, but it's just a thing where there just needs to be a real conversation between them for like, they need to have a real conversation, maybe with Tyler or whatever, but there needs to be a conversation like, listen, let's fix up. And I think, as well, like, Harden has to change, man. Like, I don't care. You have to change. You have to give it your all, effort, everything. Like, on both sides. You can't be airballing a free. Like, you can't be doing that. Why? You can't be doing that stuff.
Scaring the hoods away,
And
man.
defensively, if don't play no in the top, go in the corner. God who is in the corner. At least from there, you can kind of hide them on defense. But it has to shift. And I'm not saying that I didn't expect it to happen like that. But you guys really have until, say, from All-Star break to see where you're at, because from there is how the rest of the season is going to play out. So it's either is it upwards from
Even that's not accurate, bro. If by Christmas we're not playing good basketball, we're done.
I think it's sad because it's kind of looking how Carmelo got blackballed, and in the case where he went to teams that had superstar potential, that could go on runs, but it's just not working out no more.
No.
And he's had enough lives. He had his request to go to the Nets, then he had his request to go to the Sixers. He's got his request. He was twerking for the Clippers in the off season, and now he's got it. It could just be that's.
Look at all the teammates he pulled. So he ran through in Houston as well.
Yeah.
Dwight. Yeah,
This is the thing. I'm just pissed off because it's like
Rusty.
you asked for this trade. Like okay, when he went from Houston to the Nets, showed his value. Showed like he was showing his value. He was playing great, and of course he was coming from Rockets James Harden, where it's like, okay, he can actually. We know the offensive player he is. He's still a threat offensively. So that was great. That transition that happened. Then all the little nitpicking inside stuff that happened, which easily could have been swept under the rug, but he's too much of a baby to at least deal with it and move forward from it. Because literally, from that season, the season that you guys had was a good season, and the only certain things that happened was obviously injuries and all these things happened, but that was the reason. Other than that, there was no other real reason to be like, but then all these things that happened with, I don't know if that whole Kyrie thing was an issue or whatever, but you've done that, cool, gone. Now you force yourself to the Sixers with Embiid, Maxey, Tobias Harris. Like, you got a nice team around you. Was playing good. Postseason comes, and you just shut the bed. Like,
Yeah, he had a great game 1. Yeah, do you remember?
He had a good game 1. I think he had a
and he had 2 good games against the Celtics as well.
That's
like,
what I was
Yeah.
45 point one game. Like, he played, and he's like, my thing is like, why is it that you just give up sometimes? Just flat, like, what? Why don't you want to win? Like, right now you're with Russ, Kawhi, Paul George. You still got. I'm not saying your bench is super, but you still got a decent set amount of bench players. You know, to help for the second unit. Like, you've got a great opportunity here to win. One of the best. Why aren't you doing everything to make it work? And I'm not saying to take a super backseat, but defensively, change the whole narrative. Play defense. Offensively, put some joke. Like, when he's taking the free, sometimes it's like he's not even caring to really jump like
Yeah,
that. Like the way he used to take threes and separate threes like before, where it's like, okay, this might actually be going in. It's like now, it's lackluster. And if you're going to be lackluster, then just be a pure point and say, you know what, I don't even care about scoring. You man do it all. I don't care. Like, I don't understand. Now you're just, for me now, you're taking the piss. You're taking the piss. Like you're looking like a cancer. Like, don't come and ruin this whole thing. Do what you need to do to make it work. If you say, you know what, guys, listen, I'm new here. This is you man's team. You man have had a good thing going here. So what's gonna happen is, if I have to be the point and sacrifice points and just make sure that I feed all you guys, listen, Ross, when you get the rebound, pass it to me and go. I got you. Or once Ross has the rebound, we're all gone. There's things you can, as a player, actually start to do to change things around. But he's just not doing it, and he's taking the piss. So what he might as well do is go sign with Lil Baby's basketball team, whatever that is, and go chill over there, because you're taking the piss, and it's getting on my nerves because he was such a phenomenal player, an offensive threat, and then you're doing well, and then it's like you just don't care. Bro, how many people waiting on opportunity to even just play in the NBA and just taking the piss?
That announcer, commentator, kind of summed it up perfectly.
Yeah, he's the problem. He's the problem, 100%.
Yeah, you can't keep changing your environment and still having the same problems. Because then at some point you have to look at yourself and say you're the problem. In terms of what I think is gonna come from all this situation, because there's a like what I hope and then what I think will actually happen. What I hope is that we get to about maybe 5 more games down the line. We've probably won 2 of those 3. And then they have a real conversation about, is this working? And I think Ty Lue has to say to him, all right, we're going to move you to the bench, run the unit. You're going to play the exact same minutes. You're just going to come off the bench for us and be like that spark plug for us. And when you come off the bench, play your game. You want to take dribble threes? That's fine, whatever. That's fine, because our starters should have done what they needed to do anyway. What I think will happen is that we are not going to make the play-in tournament this year. Because I think right now, we're in the best situation we could ever be in terms of Kawhi, PG are healthy. We've got chemistry, like I said before, all these things building up. This has kind of fucked everything up now. And the reason I say I think that is because we're due an injury. Plumlee sprained his MCL, I think, so he's going to be out for a couple of months anyway. And I think in that time, we're going to get absolutely abused on the boards.
Yeah.
We're going to have minimal inside scoring. We're going to be settling for threes. And I think, as much as I believe in the team in terms of shooting threes and scoring like that, I think we need to be a bit more balanced. And until one of Russ or Harden decide that they're going to play a diminished role, and I'm really not putting this on Russ, I'm saying Harden, to be honest. I think we're just going to be a mess, man. And I think also when we don't make the play-in, all 4 of them are bouncing. Tylee's bouncing as well because his contract's up at the end of this year as well. I don't think he wanted Harden in the first place, and I think Ballmer pushed for it. And I think we're fucked. No draft picks, no stars. Clippers are going to be done until
when do you move into your stadium?
Next year.
Oh boy.
Do you remember when the Warriors won their championship, and then when the Warriors lost their championship to Toronto?
Yeah.
Clay was out. KD left. Draymond, I think, was injured as well. Steph came into the chase in his first couple of games. I think he broke his hand or something like that.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing that with no draft picks. Because at least the Warriors, after doing all that, they got to draft Jordan Poole.
I ain't gonna lie, me personally, I think if it goes bad, out of PG and Kawhi, one of them one of them will stay. Or I think that maybe they will still run the 3, whereas him, Paul George, Kawhi, and Russ still stay, and they just say, listen, that Harden period was. I
wonder if they could trade him. Do you think? Because we've got him early enough where by trade deadline.
Trade who?
Harden.
No one's gonna want him.
Maybe we jump him. Maybe we should release him.
Sorry.
Why not? Just pay the contract out for the rest of the year. It don't make a difference, but just not have him on the team.
Yeah, but that's a blow. You give him
trade.
the trade.
Bro, we've lost the trade already. We've lost the trade already.
They should go.
I think the worst thing that people can do in life is take an L and keep riding the same bus that they were taking the L on.
Yeah, but that's what 43 million that you're gonna have to take the L on.
No, he's not on that much. He's on that. Remember, he took a reduced contract.
Yeah,
he's on like 30 mil or something like that. But either way, bro, we've got a billionaire owner. Pay that. That's your fault. I know no one. I in my head, yeah, and I'm saying this, Jerry West, yeah, in my head, would not approve of this trade. So it had to go above his head to even get to this situation. Because I heard nothing about Jerry West. No one said nothing about Jerry West.
It's Steve Ballmer, man. He thought, listen, what we have all.
That's what I have to assume, bro. You got too horny. I'm telling you, you got too horny for a ring.
I'm still gonna wait and see because I think there's frustration and realization. So I want Kawhi to be the guy to.
I think he has to be the bad guy, 100%.
This is what I've been saying, that he needs to, because he has everything to show for it. He won the chip with the Spurs. He led Toronto to a chip. Like, if he speaks, everyone's going to shut up because he's the champ there, and he's been an MVP on 2 different teams in 2 different times. Like, he needs to be the guy to pattern things up. And I was like, if he doesn't turn into the Terminator and starts patterning things, it's all going to crumble. And it's like, what Kawhi wants is what he had before, where he don't really have to do much because everyone knows what they're on, what they're doing, and it's just working. It was perfect for him. There was no stress. It was calm. Now he has to be a leader, and it's like when you realize it, San Antonio, there was a system there. Everyone knew what it was doing. It was calm. When it's Toronto, it was still the same thing. We all know what we're doing. We're adding Kawhi. We're just going to play through you. Everyone's here to support. We all know what we're doing. We don't really need a conversation because this is a conversation. It was calm. Happened early on with the Clippers, same thing. Now he has to play that role. So now is what are you going to do? Are you going to pattern these guys because Paul George already listens to you? Russ ain't fighting you. So you already know that you're going to have 2 of those guys on board. So now it's for Harden to take in and be like, you know what, let's change the game. And that's it. I have to chat to Donny, listen, I'm one of the best defenders in the league.
Smack him, bro.
Paul George is one of the best defenders in the league. 2 of the top 5 two-way players in the game that we are. Russ, look at the defense that he played by himself in the postseason last season anyway, and he will give effort, even on the boards. But this guy uses all his energy to get. Look at what we all do. You need to buy into that. Whether that's you making sure that you're boxing out every single person you can for us to get the board, or you're playing in the corner and you're giving effort. Straight, that conversation just needs to happen and needs to come from Kawhi.
Thanks.
And then from there, I think if that happens, things will improve. So yes, you will still take some L's, but things will improve a bit more. And until that happens,
we're cooked, bro.
There's been a disaster class.
We're cooked.
Absolutely cooked. But yeah, but shout out to the 76ers though, playing very, very good basketball, doing extremely well. Loving it right now. I know Andre's loving it. But, you know, Nick Nurse, he knows how to make guys play good basketball. And stuff more you can say, like Tyrese Maxey is having fun. He's got a keys to Lambo. You put that in sport and he's driving everywhere. He's gone. And the
130 on the
flipping 50-point game that he dropped as well. I was watching the highlights and said, this guy's having fun. There's space on the floor. He can run. He can jump. He's having fun. And 50-49 split as well.
The maddest thing, well, that's crazy, first of all. 50 points on 50-49 is insane. But the fact that MB still had a 37-point double-double as well. Like, they're clearly a great combo to have between the 2 of them. And because they operate in slightly different areas as well, like there's no clash. And then what have they done around that as well? Like Tobias Harris, I think Tobias Harris is probably in the best position he could be.
Yeah, that was like
being back in Philly, staying in Philly. Sorry,
I think Tyrese Maxey was showing like glimpses of this before the Harden trade, and now he's going at it.
He got that contract year motivation, man.
Yeah.
And you know he's going to get... I think even if for some reason his play fell off now, they're going to give him the max. The most money he could get, Philly will have to give that to him as well. And they'll be in a much better position to do it as well. Now that Harden's off the books, they ain't got to worry about it as much as well. And really, I think they're just waiting to hear the buy-in from Joel Embiid that he's going to continue the... Is it still even considered the process?
It's not the process.
It ain't been the process for a couple of years.
What's it called now?
The puzzle, man. Just gotta fix it.
Yeah.
I think it has to be called the process until they win a ring. Because the process was not for them to now be a decent team. It was for them to be a championship team.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So
I mean, they've got a good team around them now with Coven as well and Kenyon Martin Jr. as well. So they've got like It's cool. Now they're having fun. So
Wish I could go back to the days where Batum was playing in the fourth quarter, man.
let me say when it's gone. Okay. Now we need to get into this ESPN under 25 list because there's certain men who are way too high personally for me.
Yeah?
And I don't understand. So I'll go through a list. Should we go from 25 first? 25?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so at 25,
I want to hear what Teon thinks about these on here.
we got Alperin Sengun.
Come on, bro. If you can't pronounce the names, let me do it.
What does it say? What's it say?
Şengün.
Şengün.
Yeah, it's Turkish, brother.
Look, so what am I supposed to get?
Karen.
And it's kind of, where are you?
Karen. When did this come out?
This
came out this week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
November the 7th. Last week.
Karen.
Yeah. At number 24, we got Keegan Murray, Sacramento Kings.
Way too low. Karen.
Way too low. Okay. 23, you got Scoot Henderson.
Why is he in the list?
Okay.
Why is he in the list?
From that episode when I said I'm giving him, I can't remember, I think I said, did I say 20 games or 10 games? 20 games. From then to now,
His stats are there.
8 points.
Why is he in the list?
8 points per game, 4 assists,
Look at that, man.
34, no, 8.8. I'm like 8.8. 34% from the field. He is shitting up the place. Diarrhea boy. Flicked. Hey, you better scoot his way out, bro. Scoot his way to the bench, oh my.
No, come on. Listen, I understand he shouldn't be on the list.
He shouldn't.
We've been knowing from when we saw the 100, we knew that there was going to be nonsense.
Yeah, there was going to be some stupidness, but
I think they've had to base it off that as well because I remember he was quite high on the 100, wasn't he? Or was he not on it?
I can't remember. I think he was. But my thing is just that, like, boy,
he's not playing well. We don't need to
terrible.
hop, skip, and dance around. He's not playing well.
At 22nd, we got Tyler Hero. He needs to be.
That's too low as well. For being honest,
low.
you know, I'm not the biggest fan, but I can acknowledge that's right.
21 got Jalen Duren.
Playing very, very well.
Extremely well. Him and Cade Cunningham.
Great combo.
Lovely combo. Me personally, that other guy, I think he's Isaiah.
Big Stu.
Yeah.
What guy?
I don't know, man. Send him to flipping, I don't know, man, Australia.
No, you gotta keep him around, man. He's a bruiser. He likes to fight.
I
saw a video, yeah. Side note, I saw a video of him, yeah. He was like,
yeah.
You wanna come up?
big man, relax, man. What's this? He needs to get out of the league. I can't lie.
I'm not for people being rushed or shot yet, but if it was happening to him,
Whoa. No.
Wait,
Come on. After Kenny Oubre just got hit by a car, after someone said this guy needs to get hit by a car.
Yeah.
Relax. We need to touch wood.
I didn't say
Pause.
he should. I said that he shouldn't.
Touch.
He needs to relax. He needs to relax his attitude because at one point he's gonna come back to him.
No, he's moving mad. But however, who in the league can fight him? We're gonna do this at one point. But who in the league can fight him and win?
What's his name? I don't think.
He's not in the league anymore. Come on, James Johnson.
Yeah,
the black belt. He's not.
I want him to. Yeah, okay.
Dylan Brooks.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not saying who can fight and lose. Who can fight and win?
You know what? Jokic.
Hey, I'm putting my money on Jokic.
Are you crazy?
I'm putting my money on
Do you know where he's from?
I'm
Have
not-
you seen his brothers?
Listen. I'm confident Jokic can scrap, yeah. I know that guy probably grew up fighting bears like Khabib, yeah. But facts are facts, yeah. Beef Stew is almost as tall as Jokic. But he's you can tell he's nuts, bro. I feel like to be a great fighter in a sport that you're not in, sorry, to be a great fighter and be like a professional athlete in a different sport that isn't fighting, you have to be tapped in the head. There are guys who have come through the league like that. Quincy Acey, I saw a video of him going,
Yeah.
nuts,
Oh my god! If I was on wall, I don't care. I'm swinging him.
Fam, Quincy Acey was nuts.
No, he was actually nuts, bro.
Ron Artest was tapped.
Yeah, tapped.
Ron Artest was tapped, bro. Ben Wallace did when there are guys out there who are in the league who can't play like offensively,
Yeah.
you know they're fucked. Tony Allen could probably fight as well.
Yeah, he's on.
So I'm telling you right now, I think he can beat everyone in pause. In a fight, I think he's winning against everyone in the league.
Everyone, really? Everyone?
Tell me who could fight him and win. Keep having to preference a fight and not just beat.
Yeah, no. Give me some teams. Send me a team.
Giannis. Could Giannis?
Yes.
No.
Yes, he could.
No.
Giannis definitely could.
That could be African strength.
That'll be a great fight. Don't get me wrong. That'll be a great fight.
Giannis
No.
definitely could.
Giannis ain't crazy enough.
Giannis, he wouldn't do it because of obviously the fines, but I'm saying
No,
he could.
Bro, I'm telling you, he's not crazy enough. Think about how much Giannis has to lose, yeah?
That's why he would. That's the reason why he wouldn't.
Isaiah Stewart don't care about. Brother, and he's in Detroit as well. John Little's going in Detroit. 8 Mile, bro. Detroit, what?
At 20, we got Walker Kessler.
He's really going at 2.0. This is nuts to having this high on the list. Over Tyler Hero is nuts again. ESPN really might have to stop messing around. Stop messing around.
At 19, we got Jalen Green.
He's having a decent season.
Yeah, after you was chatting shit about him as well.
I still feel very strongly in the way that I felt before. However, one or two of the boys is a bit worse than him.
But you have to understand that now he's on the Emayu Doka, bro. You see what he's doing.
I mean, his numbers are worse.
Yeah, he's averaging.
Numbers are way
But
worse.
that's
there's more on the team now.
On the team.
So it's a sacrifice to win because they're winning. Yeah, man. See? Cat with your tongue. Meow. It is because you actually have a cat as well. At 18, we've got Josh Giddey.
Listen, the next one is I'm confused. Carry on.
At number 17, we've got Jalen Williams.
How is Jalen Williams above Josh Giddey?
Jalen Williams better than Josh Giddey.
When I saw
At
this
what?
list,
Everything but play. I said no, even play McDonald. Jalen Williams, like on that Oakham City Thunder team after SGA, Jalen Williams and Chet are literally side by side.
but I think Jalen Williams brings
Jalen Williams, he's a serious Donny, bro. Like he's better than Josh Giddey, 100%.
At basketball, yeah? We're talking
Yes,
about
at basketball.
I think you're very wrong.
At basketball, and
So,
he's averaging more
who's
assists than him
more
as well.
important though? Who's more important? It's Josh Giddey.
Yeah.
Josh
No,
Giddey.
Jalen Williams is more
Sorry?
important.
Stand on what he's talking
Jalen
about.
Williams is more important. Yes, he is.
What are you talking about?
He's
What are
more
we talking about
important.
here?
He's more important.
What are we talking
Not
about
only is
here?
he going to defend his guy, offensively he can do the same thing on top. Offensively, he's better than Josh Giddey offensively. Yeah. And he's averaging more assists than him, so he can clearly also do that if he needed to. On top of that, bro, if Josh Giddey was to, he had to take some time off, bro, if SJ are on the point, Jalen Williams will insert himself there, what it will be, he'll have a ball. He'll have a ball. 100%.
No, you're bugging, man.
No, I'm not.
You're bugging.
No,
You're
I'm
bugging.
not.
Listen, I normally back the black people in this situation. Now, I'm not a massive supporter of the white people in terms of stats. But I'm telling you right now, Josh Giddey is a phenomenal basketball player.
That Aussie can play ball.
No, 100%, bro. He's averaging and doing what he's doing because of the fact that his team don't need him to do all that outlandish shit. But if I promise you,
Jalen Williams is doing a lot, especially this season alone as well. He's doing a lot. I've been watching every single Oklahoma Thunder game, and Jalen Williams has been very important in every single game. Literally every single game. Even if SJ, when he's had stinkers, Jalen Williams was carrying. I'm telling you, he's been important. Right now, I'm taking Jalen Williams over Josh Giddey, 100%.
so if you were starting a team,
Jalen Williams.
really,
Wow.
Jalen Williams.
really,
Yes.
okay, it's okay to be wrong. Carry on.
Personally, I think I think we'll give it some time.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
He'll be better than Paolo. Visually, they'll say better than Paolo Banchero.
At basketball.
100%. You look, watch him from today, yeah. From today on, watch him, yeah.
Really
Watch him.
excellent.
Watch him. Come on, man. 55, 43, 88 shooting splits. Come on, man. Oh, man. This shit better. Come on, man. At 16, we got Franz Wagner.
Needs to be higher.
Yeah, I agree.
Needs to be higher.
Way high.
At 15, we got Scotty Barnes.
Surprising.
He's having a very, very good season.
Very-
He's having a good season, yeah. But you know, it's just not much is happening. He's cracking Toronto, so I don't really care. Him and Schroeder,
Bro, he's basically averaging a double-double. Like, understand that, innit? He's basically averaging a double-double.
no, he's playing bits. I just haven't, even when I watched the game, I think, who's it that I watched? It was sort of someone and you said, I stayed up for this Arsenal class.
But they play Washington or something like that.
I can't remember who else, but it was that game as well. I definitely did waste my time. But Scotty Barnes having a good game. Yeah.
Yeah, now he's got the opportunity But I think Toronto are already fucked up though because they drafted him, they haven't put they needed to get someone the year after to put some real talent around him. They massively missed out, and now he's the next best young guy they got on their team, Grady Dick.
I don't know
why did you say that?
That's how you say it, Grady Dick.
No, why did you say it like that?
How should I say it?
No, you should have just said Grady Dick.
That's it. Yeah.
What did I say?
You said Grady
Dick.
What you not?
Yes, you
I did
did.
not. I said Grady Dick.
See, you're doing it again.
Bro, what's his name?
You're about to get tech. Stop.
Number 14, we got Paolo Banchero.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think he stays at 14?
No, he should be hiding Chet. No, that's fine. He should be. Oh, definitely hiding.
Should he be hiding Chet?
Definitely hiding the other guy.
Should he be hiding Chet?
Should Paolo be hiding Chet? Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you think?
Let me tell you why.
What do you think? I don't think so. You know.
Why?
I don't like. Okay, the reason as to why is that Oklahoma City Thunder, they were missing a big man last season. Yeah, still did incredibly well for what they did. Holmgren's come in.
Yeah.
And I can't lie, there hasn't been like a transition phase of him like playing bad basketball.
Yeah.
He hasn't played bad basketball to me. Like the games that I've watched of him, he's played consistent every single time. And I'm watching that and I'm thinking to myself, this is really your rookie season. If we're putting those numbers in, almost 2.5 blocks per game in your rookie season.
And
like,
he's shooting 50% from the free right now.
bro,
His efficiencies are amazing.
He's
100%.
He's doing it yet. Obviously, I know he has an advantage being around the NBA facility for all that time and everything. But he's really come in, put all the mistakes that he probably would have made last season if he did play. He's kind of eradicated that, and he just knows. Okay, he knows what he needs to do.
Yeah.
How he needs to play, and his size as well hasn't been that much of a bad factor because he's still getting blocks. He's still able to hold his own, even if he's under the basket. His wingspan and height, he's still able to disrupt something. So he's been very, very good. I can't lie.
I just feel like recency bias is stopping you from deeping Paolo.
No, Paolo is a problem.
Bro, he averaged 20 a game last year, you know, as a rookie. He averaged 20 a game.
But that's been. But this is from kind of overall.
Bro, Chet's played 8 games in his whole career.
Yeah, but what I'm saying,
enough,
out of those 8 games.
Bro's played very well. I'm not saying he hasn't. He's been great. You can't ask for any more out of a rookie than what Chet is doing for you right now.
But I think right now,
even he's probably even doing more than I thought he would do this year.
Do you know, it's because right now we can't look at.
Sample size is so small, man.
We can't look at it right now. Like overall, you're gonna say Paolo now, then Chet because obviously just right now.
Yeah.
But over the span, then we see.
Exactly. Plus, both teams have a winning record. OKC are 6-4. Orlando are 5-4 right now. In their respective conferences, they're 5th and 6th. Like, it's impressive for both of them to be doing this. I just personally feel like Paolo deserves to be ahead of Chet.
That's
fine.
That's fair enough.
That's fine.
At number 12, Evan Mobley.
This is where the problem's like.
Why?
Let's talk about this.
What's the issue?
Because this guy here,
he's a shitbag sometimes.
No.
Sometimes, most of the time, bro.
Majority of the time.
Okay, so if I'm being completely honest,
piss poor, especially posting.
Are my expectations of him too high? Is that what the problem is?
You know what it is? I think last season, him finishing 3rd in Defensive Player of the Year
has shone too much light on him.
Yeah, and
shit.
Really and truly, he's our X factor, but he's our X factor in a case in which he's not going to score the most points. He might get you probably the he's 1 or 2 in rebounds, and then the blocks and steals will come, right? But what's happened is that people are seeing what he's done on this team and the potential, and I feel as though now that's gotten onto him for essentially what's his 3rd season.
Yes.
In the 1st season in the league. I think people expected that jump. Also, if we're talking about that small sample size, Jarrett Allen's literally just come back.
Yeah.
And in that time, he was playing centre. Listen, he's 6'11", I think 220.
On a good day.
Yeah, on a good day.
Yeah.
But he was getting bullied because he's never really had to play centre. So, if I'm being completely honest, I think number 12 in the list is justified. Justified. But let me tell you now. Let me tell you now. No. Listen, hear me out. But where we're coming from, him at number 12, is because of his defensive potential.
100%.
And that's the reason why he's here. It's not like, don't look at his numbers and think, oh, why is he?
Listen. Go
ahead.
What I tell you about his numbers? He's averaging 16.7, yeah, 16.1 points per game on 51% shooting. Great. That's great. That's what I need from the big man.
Yeah.
10.1 rebounds, 3 assists, 0.8 steals and 2 blocks. Great numbers.
Yeah.
What else does that sound like to you, Ronnie? I know a French big man. We used to call him the baguette. You know? Used to play out in Utah, Mormon country. Was out there soaking back in the day. now he's in Minnesota.
You talking about really good pussy?
This sound like his numbers though, right?
Yes, it does.
Sound like his numbers.
The thing is,
Let me tell you what don't sound like his numbers. 16.7. What's that number to? His 3-point percentage.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's shocking.
And you know what? Yeah,
That boy can't shoot.
It's shocking.
I thought he could shoot.
the
Well, to
defensive
be fair,
potential as well.
we got him. Like, there was a couple clips that I saw. I was like, yeah, like, hopefully one day mid-range maestro. You know, I see glimpses of KG. You know, but then when I see him shoot, I'm just like,
Yeah, no, he can't.
I'm a
Say
bit confused.
Bro, his career through, and it was 3 seasons. Still, like that's a decent sample size. 23% from 3.
Yeah,
in his
The
career.
thing is, he has defensive potential, but the way I saw Randall take that boy to school and back,
Oh,
don't.
that was bad.
Julius Randall of all people.
Alan got it worse than him, but like it was.
But that was
bad.
literally those were the twin towers because they both went down.
100%.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
So again, like I think Evan Mobley's a great player, but then like you can't tell me right now that you can't have Jalen Green and Scotty Barnes so far behind him. If you want to have him in front of them, fine, that's your business. Say what you want to say. I'm not putting Chet or Paolo above him. You wouldn't either. If you had a choice to pick between the 3, who would you take? Would you take Evan Mobley still? Be honest. As a Cavs fan, if you have Chet, Paolo, and Evan Mobley,
If I'm being completely honest,
don't do it to him.
Come on.
Don't do
Be
it.
honest. Let's just be
Don't do
honest.
it.
I'm doubling down
Let's just be real.
and I'm picking Mobley.
No way.
I'm picking Mobley.
To do what?
I'm picking
To
Mobley
do what?
because in a sense,
What?
our team, he is our X factor for a reason, and he is our most important piece. And yes, I completely understand his 3-point ain't great. But it's
It's not great. It's terrible. It's awful.
Okay, yeah, but it's third year. It's his third year.
So how many years should I start critiquing him hard enough? Because he's got 1 more year left after this year of his rookie contract, and you're telling me that it's his third year. If he can't shoot, that's fine.
Yeah, if there was anyone that I would consider, it'd be Chet. Because Chet, I think, would slot in and fit well.
Chet does everything Evan Mobley does.
Okay.
And better.
And that's all.
Okay. All right. Who's the next one? Who's the next one?
Again.
At 11, Tyrese Maxey.
Should be higher.
Should be way higher.
Should
I'm
be
sorry.
higher.
Tyrese Maxey should be top.
5 or 10?
I would say within that 5-10.
Yeah, if we're being honest, keep going. But I'm saying he should be definitely high. Obviously, like based off of this season alone, he would be top 3 probably or top 4. However, if I factor in the other seasons, even especially last season, I would definitely have him in my top 5.
I saw a stat about him where he was at global rating, and Tyrese Maxey was at top 5 in the entire league.
At what?
And it was just his rating. I can't remember what it was about or not, but it was like saying everyone. I think Joel Embiid was like 2nd or 3rd, and then Tyrese Maxey was 5th. I was like,
But he's shooting 47% from 3 this year.
He's doing well.
that's insane.
Nuts, man.
At number 10, we got Jaren Jackson Jr.
Way too high. Way too high, man. Way too high. He's averaging good numbers this year. Bear in mind, he should be the number 2 option right now because Ja isn't there. Desmond Bane
but he was the defensive player of the year last year.
Which, like, if I'm honest, like I know I shouldn't factor into it, but after I saw him in the FIBA tournament, I'm like, he was lying. Someone was lying.
Okay, but
Someone was lying.
Do you know there was? I saw this as well, and there was a whole clip YouTube video breaking it down. They awarded him some stats defensively.
No,
he shouldn't have got.
this was a scandal.
Yeah, I saw
There
that.
was a lot of steals, there's a lot of rebounds, a lot of them which was like from Brandon Clark and others, but they awarded it to him. And I'm like, wait,
Bro, he's not a good rebounder. Like he's averaging 7.6 this year. Like
he's terrible.
I can't say terrible.
Yeah, but how
like,
can you be the first player of the year and have that low?
this is what I'm
But
saying.
do you think Steven Adams just basically masks everything that he's bad at?
I think Steven Adams is so Jaren Jackson Jr. is the defensive presence above the rim.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, like, he's a shot blocker, he's a rim protector. Steven Adams, however, is the guy that's pausing, bumping, and stopping guys from just freely passing through the paint. And I think he's just a presence there that deters a lot of stuff.
Jones Jr. to be the help defender,
which is where he's getting a lot of those blocks and stuff like that. Because I don't think one on one he's like a amazing. I've seen him play some very, very good defense, especially on the perimeter as well, which is quite surprising. He can still move his feet quite well. But I just look at it from a point of view that for him to be this high, and to have Tyrese Maxey below him, to have who else was it?
Jalen Williams.
I'm not saying Jalen Williams. I would probably take Paolo. I would probably take Paolo over him though. Me personally, this year I'd probably take Chet over him as well. But I understand numbers wise, he's got better numbers than them. But I think a lot of that is down to circumstance, isn't it? Like, these aren't the numbers I expected to average. The second Jar comes back, those numbers are dropping by a considerable amount.
Yeah, but team fit wise, Jaren Jackson fits the Grizzlies. You couldn't put Paolo on that Grizzlies team and expect that he's not getting...
Expect him to what?
Defensive stats like Jaren Jackson.
No, of course not. He's not a defensive player. But you put Chet on that team, he's doing better than Jaren Jackson Jr.
Okay, alright then.
Do you agree or not? Like,
No, I agree.
Okay, carry on, sorry.
You didn't hear about his to the PS party.
This is the last time you got a chance to me ever again.
I'm appearing offline.
Yeah. At number 9, we've got LaMelo Ball.
That's where I think Tyrese Maxey should be.
I think Tyrese Maxey right now is better than LaMelo Ball. And I think LaMelo Ball, like, looking at his numbers, averaging near a double, which is nice. However, your team needs scoring and you need to be that guy. I'm sorry, you should be averaging 25.
Easy.
Is he averaging less this season?
So, he's averaging 17.2 this year.
So what was he averaging last
I
season?
can check for you. But I always thought of him as a guy who, I'm pretty sure he averaged 20 last year.
Yeah, same.
But obviously they brought in Brandon Miller.
Miller.
So, I mean, it's expected that his numbers would change. Hang on, LaMelo. One thing about Charlotte, they're going to fuck up.
They're always going to be bad.
I genuinely believe that as well because they brought in the number 2 pick.
Yeah. The last time they were good, they had Al Jefferson.
I was going to say Kevin Walker.
Yeah, same time. Yeah,
pretty much. So, so his numbers are a bit better than what they were last week because obviously there's been more games. 21 a game, 36% from free, not great. 43% from field, not great. 5.3 rebounds, 8.3 assists.
What percentage would be reasonable from the field for him?
50. I don't think he takes that many. No, he takes quite a lot.
Probably 49, 48.
I think he should be between 46 and 40. Yeah, at least. I think you have to be above 45. And the only reason I say that is because I didn't know he was shooting as many shots, but if now I know, if you're a volume scorer like that, you need to be a bit more efficient because your team will never win games if you're out here,
just chucking it,
basically, like clanging around and whatnot. Okay. The Hornets are gonna suck forever, man. The Hornets are legit gonna suck forever. Like they're never gonna be good.
Miles Bridges is gonna make his debut on Friday.
Oh no way!
That's gonna cause another set of problems we didn't talk about.
At number 8, Darius Garland. Darius Garland. So I have questions about Darius Garland. He's
the guy to answer your questions.
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure about this guy, And last year in the postseason, he really disappointed me. Help me, help me. That's what Donovan Mitchell
was. The lights
got
too bright. Got too bright.
It was very bad. It really shed a bad light on him, and I'm just I don't know what's going on because he has the ability to be a great player.
Yeah.
Offensively, he is so quick, it's ridiculous. He's shifty,
fast twitch.
He can shoot in different scenarios, off the dribble, fading left, fading right, step back, all of those things. He likes to go to the paint a bit too much for the size he is. He a bit too much where he needs to maybe work around the mid-range area a bit more. Not always because he goes to the paint way too much. He thinks he's 6'8". The way he's thinking, but. I was just very concerned. I'm like, what's going on? And this season so far, I mean, I'm not saying he's playing bad, but it's that's Donovan Mitchell's team now, and he's leading them. But right now it seems like Karis LeVert is like his second guy there, and he's just working with everyone. And Darius Garland, like, I don't know what's going on with him.
You know what the issue is? He's so talented that he almost plays ball too calm.
Yeah. Okay.
And the thing is, the reason I say that, do you remember that game that we had against Portland last year, where he went off for like 50, but he only really turned it on in the fourth quarter?
Yes, and he went, yeah.
But the thing is, I think he almost banks on Donovan Mitchell playing well. And obviously we got Max Strus now, we got Karis LeVert, who plays incredible when he comes off the bench. And then all these players, he's almost thinking, yeah, you know what? There's people around me that can score. I can kind of take a little step back. I can hit my shots whenever I need to. But when they need me, I can turn it on. But the issue is that I don't think he's realised that he needs to turn it on a lot sooner than when he's turning it on.
100%.
Yeah.
The situation with you lot as well is that the bulk of your scoring comes from your backcourt, isn't it? Like you're heavily reliant on
and I told you this as well. Like when we was watching the Knicks game during the playoffs, if Donovan Mitchell has a bad game, I'm sorry, it's curtains.
Yeah.
And we bought in Max Strus, which I think was a good acquisition to bring him in. But even still, it's like you're not gonna get the points from our big men individually, unfortunately. Like they're not gonna have set plays. Like
they're not shot creators.
They're not shot creators. So what ends up happening is that Darius Garland, I don't know what it is, but it's almost like he plays basketball at 70%. When Donovan Mitchell wasn't there, he's probably playing at 85. But I've never really seen him play at 100.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
But that's also the problem is, and this is where I expected Evan Mobley to kind of take over, where more front court action and more front court buckets. They need to come from him, because I don't expect for him and Jarrett Allen to have the same amount of points ever. Jarrett Allen is purely off lobs or putbacks or off a rebound, pick and roll sort of thing. But Evan Mobley is pick and roll, is pick and pop, it's ISO. He doesn't really ISO in the post as much, and I think obviously in terms of his strength, he's not going to really play like that. But then I'm thinking, okay, like I said, mid-range maestro, post fades. But like those sort of things, I don't know if that's the thing. It's like what it seems like as always. Like everyone's dazzled by Donovan Mitchell. Like I'm talking to the team. It's like, wow, he's really good. Like, and they get caught like ball watching him so much. They forget that. Wait, yo, nice, alright, cool. Yo, play me in the post. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. So it's kind of a thing where I think some of your guys just need to remember that, yes, Donovan Mitchell is there and he's great, but it has to be a thing where it needs to be also the rest of you as well.
And I think this off season, and I don't critique him a lot, but I wanted JB Bickerstaff gone like this off season.
Really?
Yeah. So that was what I was gonna come on here to talk about, because essentially I think he's great at kind of developing young teams.
Yeah.
But when it comes to taking them to the next level, and like it's almost like coaches like Ty Lue, even when Nick Nurse became available, it's superstar management. You make the superstar not feel like a superstar in a team like that. You need to make everyone buy in. But right now, everyone's looking at Donovan Mitchell. 32 points per game. We know, he's got us. And if he has a bad game, we're gone. And JB Bickerstaff, what does he do? He relies heavily on Donovan Mitchell. Now, if that man starts twerking for New York, JB Bickerstaff, what's he gonna do then? He's gonna get to a point where it's like, oh shit! For the past 2 years, I've relied on these two, this one player. Now my two stars that were kind of building themselves up. Oh, what's their game now? And that's why when Nick Nurse became available, I was sitting there kind of waiting in my seats to see something from Kobe Altman. Like, listen, you had your mishaps over the off season. But this is where you make it right. Get Nick Nurse in.
Okay, that's interesting. That is very, very interesting to think about. I look at the situation with Garland. He was injured to start the season, right? Or he missed a couple of games.
It was
I think
that was last season. Yeah, this season. Yeah, a couple games.
I'm pretty sure. I feel like the first game I watched.
I think it was 2 or 3. It was 2 or 3. But preseason.
When he played New York, he wasn't there, right?
Yeah, he wasn't.
Okay, yeah, cool. So maybe it's just a little bit of rust, Was he playing in preseason?
He was.
Interesting. He don't look the same.
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
You know what's the
doesn't
same?
look the
And I hear your point about him not trying. It just don't look like that though. Innit? Like I'm looking right now. You know, he's shooting 25% from three this year. 25. He's shooting 25% from three this year. He's in his career. He's a 38.5% shooter, and the 25% is bringing that down. So he's probably a career 40% shooter from three. Like near enough every number apart from steals and blocks is down. He's down in assists. Damn, man.
But you know what it is, yeah, is that his numbers are going down, and I think because Donovan Mitchell has taken over, not in the sense where it's like, oh, it's a mighty now, you lot take that, but it's like the rest of the team weren't pulling their full weight, so he's had to kind of just...
There are big stretches in games when it's close where no one else touches the ball apart from Donovan, which makes sense because that's why he's there, for being honest.
But it's like he's like, you know what, I don't know what this guy's on, so I'm just going to do it anyway. You know when you're like, okay, if you're something done, do it yourself. Mm-hmm. It's like that's kind of what's happening, and yeah, everyone's like they're just kind of watching. So I think Darius Garland, I don't know what he's got to do, but he needs to make a change because he really just looks off. I'm watching
he's playing hot potato.
Yeah, it's like when he has the ball, it's like, okay, where's Donovan Mitchell? Let me see where he is, because at some point I'm gonna have to give this back to Donovan Mitchell. It's like, bro, do your thing, run the offense. If tell Donovan Mitchell to go to the wing, call Evan Mobley, Allen for a pick and roll. If it collapses, swing it. Like, I don't know if he's lost his confidence or it's like it's a thing where okay,
it just seems rattled.
Honestly, and I thought it was going to take probably 20-30 games of last season to kind of get past that, and then everyone was going to start meshing. But it still looks like. All I'm saying is, if it was the playoffs right now, and we were to face New York again, the lights are too bright.
Yeah.
Again.
They're still too bright, yeah.
Okay, we'll see what happens with DG.
Big Z.
At number 7.
Freaky Z.
Hey, talk about
Zion
dominating
Williamson.
Dallas.
Freaky Z.
Listen.
Did he say he likes Dallas?
He said Dallas. It was like, what's one
dominating Dallas?
Nah, he's nuts.
Yeah, he's moving crazy. Number 7, you guys agree with that?
He can't be any higher because of his lack of games in it. Like there's guys who've been in the league for less years that have played way more games than him. So I can't really fault him for. I can't really fault them for putting him at 7.
Okay.
How are you feeling about Zion so far?
You know what it is? I watch him and I'm like, there's nothing that jumps out. You know, when
skill wise,
like when he first came in, I think I was thinking so much about his athleticism and the bully ball that he was playing with. Yep. But now, because I'm kind of used to it,
you start to see like, wait, he's not.
What is your game? Like, what else can you add to your game?
Yeah, I'm not going to say he has no bag. I mean, he's got a handle on him, but he's looking.
That big.
Yeah, he's got his bag from H&M. Like, there's options there, but it's limited. Like, there's a few nice things.
He's got a Primark bag and it's raining.
Yeah. Let me just stop there. I was about to say something bad. But it's like, yeah, it's kind of weird. Now when I see him, it's like he's just playing his role. Like Pavel, like when he has a chance to bully ball, he'll catch love. Like he just does all the work. Like he's looking like an amazing role player star. Like it's kind of weird.
Did you see where he said he's they had a meeting last year and he said or they agreed that he needs to buy into the program.
Yes, and he says that he's now.
So right now it's tough and taking a little bit of a back seat. Also, do you see he missed the game against Minnesota?
Of course,
because his child was being born.
Yeah.
Okay,
what's wrong with that?
No, he's a good father, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's a good father.
That's calm.
How do you know?
You said it like he done something, man.
No, I'm just saying, like, I think for him, anything that happens around him now in terms of missing games is going to be a headline. It's going to be a headline. Obviously, this is a one-off, maybe a one-off, we don't know yet. But Freaky Z. Yeah, the Pearls are pretty trash right now as well. Like, people thought it would come out and be a lot better.
And what did I say in our prediction? I think I said I don't know about them. I think
it's still early though.
Like, yeah, it's early, but I can see it already.
They always kind of like turn it on after December going into January, anyways. And I don't think Jose Alvarado.
He hasn't played. CJ's out with a collapsed lung.
Trey Murphy hasn't played. Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
How long is he out for? That's crazy.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if he can even come back this year. Right now, he's only averaging 21 points. Zion. So
What's Ingram averaging?
Yeah, Ingram.
Because that's essentially the reason why Zion's taking the step back, no?
He shouldn't.
Ingram's a great offensive player, but I think, I'll be honest, I don't think Ingram could be the number one, you know. Because Zion's not reliable enough to play enough games, and I don't think Brandon Ingram has the motor. Brandon Ingram's only averaging 22. So you're telling me your two best players, none of them are averaging 25 points. Yeah, and they're both, like Zion's shooting 51%, Brandon Ingram's shooting 48.9%. They're not taking, I don't understand how that makes sense. Neither of them are averaging over 25 points. Both of them are shooting nearly 50%. So who's taking the shots in that team?
Not CJ anymore, but I don't know. That's a good question.
Like Ingram shot 9 of 17, had 20 points. So he shot over 50% and had 20 points. But he took 17 shots. I think they're both scoring in the same way, you know. I think they're both just shooting twos. I think they need more 3-point scoring, it sounds like to me. Because Zion's not shooting.
Yeah, he ain't going to.
Ingram shot 4. Oh my god. Ingram shooting 21% from 3.
Jeez. I can't lie.
That's terrible.
A lot of stars are really struggling.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know if it's just because of the teams, but there's a lot of struggles right now.
21%.
That's a bit mad. That's a bit mad. At number 6, we have Cade Cunningham.
I kind of get the hype. I
like him. I like him.
I like Detroit's team, bro.
The bully ball that he plays.
Yeah.
He's what? He's 6'8", I think 220. Like I'm not gonna lie. When they drafted, who did they draft?
Before or after?
Thompson. They drafted Thompson this year.
Playing great.
I thought they were going to play Cade at like small forward just because Jaden Ivey got drafted last year.
Yeah,
fairly high.
But Thompson's not the reason that Ivey's not starting. Killing Hayes.
Oh, stop it!
I swear to God.
No,
I swear to God, just start killing Hayes.
I swear down. Yes, I swear down. And he is an masterclass. Yeah,
they both him and Cade had a really bad shooting game last game, innit? Yeah.
Bro.
But oh my God, Killing Hayes is so bad.
Like, honestly, it's like it really is. I don't understand why he's starting over Jaden Ivey. What is Monty Williams doing?
He's playing house money, innit?
Yeah.
This like how like Killian Hayes.
I think they're doing it because this has to be the last year that Killian Hayes plays for them, innit? Because he got drafted the same year as Melo Ball and all that, man. So this year would be the last year in his rookie deal.
Yeah.
That's why. I think they're saying we're going to see what we have in him. If he's not enough, he's gone.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they're not under mad pressure to win games, are they? Like they've got Cade still on a rookie deal. They've got Ivy on a rookie deal. Asar Thompson now on a rookie deal. They've still got Jalen Duren on a rookie deal. Like all their young core, their starters pretty much are all on rookie deals. They're not in a mad rush to go and be great and force it. I think they want to see what they've got with him. Also, in my opinion, I think they're just doing it to justify not keeping him next year.
Yeah.
Has to be because it just doesn't make sense why he's starting. I think he's had like one good game. Maybe two.
I saw him make 2 shots at the start of the game and I was shocked. And I think that's disgusting. When I'm surprised that you're hitting shots.
It's terrible. I can't lie, these French, man, they're really stinking up the joint.
What other Frenchman are you talking about?
Rudy Gobert. Obviously, I'm talking about overall Rudy Gobert. And what's the other dude's name? Frank. Oh my gosh. Frank is flipping.
That was back in the NBA though. He plays for.
He was in Dallas last
time. Yeah.
But
he plays for the Dallas.
He's a defensive player, bro. That's why he's up there. You know. Killian Hayes. Let me just tell you some of his numbers.
I just know he's an arse.
This year he's averaging 10.9 points on 40% shooting, 32.5% from 3, 3.3 rebounds, 4.7 assists, 1.3 steals. The reason I saw a video, someone was a Detroit Pistons fan, he was saying how people were asking why the hell is Killian Hayes starting. He said he knows why. He said because they have to play him because they want to 100% know what they're getting from him, but also if he plays with the second unit, they're 10 times worse. He said Jaden Ivey has to come off the bench to keep the scoring going for this Pistons team. He said if he puts Killian Hayes in the second unit and starts Jaden Ivey, they have no offense going for them when the starters come out, which is fine. But the fact that you have to put a shit player strategically in the starting lineup so the rest of the team aren't shit, just get rid of him, innit?
Yeah, it's terrible. So at number 5, Ja Morant.
Joe Wick, miss him. League ain't the same.
What's this based on? Because this is based on this season. Why is he in the list?
I think it's just a general, like a general under
Okay.
25.
Joe Wick.
When he's on the court, amazing.
Yeah. Do you know what I hope in this time? And I want to say this about other players as well. If you're athletic and you can dunk, I don't want you to work on dunking in the off season. I don't want you to be doing that. You should only be shooting because you don't forget how to do it.
Yeah.
But Ja's game that's where his gap is. That's where the gap in his game is. He's not a great. What did he shoot last year? 31%.
I wonder when he comes back, what like.
If he hasn't worked on shooting this whole
If
time.
he had,
Imagine he would have.
yeah, but what is he like? We actually don't know
What he's going to be on.
what he's going to be on when he gets back, because that Memphis team is it different? Yeah, there's a couple components like Marcus
Smart's there. Derrick Rose is there.
Yeah,
They lost Tyus Jones to come off their bench as
Dylan
well.
Brooks obviously.
Dylan Brooks is gone as well. Like they're a completely different team. When Ja's there, they're starting out. It's going to be Ja, Marcus Smart, Desmond Bain playing the 3.
Yeah,
and then Jaren Jackson Jr. Steven Adams is going to be out for pretty much the rest of the season as well, isn't it? So one of the other bigs, like they're going to be.
I just want to see him come back. I want to see what he's on when he's back.
I think he'll be on the same things. I only think that
I hope he's not on the same thing.
Yeah,
on the court, I think he'll be on the same thing.
Yeah,
he'll be doing all right. But it'll be good to see if he comes back with an improved jump shot, like more confidence.
Yeah,
that will really take it to another level.
Facts.
At number 4, Tyrese Halliburton.
Cold.
Very cold.
I think he should be number 3 if we're being 100% real honest.
Yeah.
Like, if we're being honest, like I'm sorry, averaging 24 and 12 in your 4th season in the league, 4 rebounds. Like
he's doing well.
No one lost on that trade. That trade for Sabonis for Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah, it worked out.
No
worked out. Sacramento were guard heavy, and they needed someone to come in and play a different position and dominate. And Sabonis has been able to do that for them. Great trade. Great trade for both teams, isn't it? And Halliburton's now got.
And it rarely happens in the league. Rarely happens where both teams are getting good pieces.
Yeah.
So I'm happy for Halliburton. Honestly, he's getting his moment to shine, and he's taking hold of it.
100%. Then you look at number 3 on the list, Victor Wembanyama.
Should he be number 3?
He should be. Well, the only person I think would be behind him is Halliburton, to be honest. Like, no, there's a lot of guys to be behind him. It depends what we're basing it off, innit? Because right now, Victor's sick, but his
efficiency,
his whole value is potential and upside.
Yeah.
Right now, like on the numbers he's averaging right now, great numbers, but there are guys who have better numbers, so it can't be that. However, it's still nuts for me to watch him play sometimes.
You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. That 38-point game against the Suns,
Phoenix, yeah.
My God,
Mm-hmm.
I watched those highlights back. I think 3 or 4 times.
He's on some shit, man.
And I couldn't believe the shots that he was making.
He's on some shit. 2.7 blocks per game as well.
You know what though, yeah? One thing I'll say, yeah, he needs to stop chucking threes because he's really. I won't say he's like stinking up the joint tremendously, but mid-range onwards is him. Sometimes taking too many threes.
I think it takes adjustment though for him as well. Bear in mind he came from Europe. The 3-point line in the NBA is different to the 3-point line in Europe. It's further out. So I think that's one adjustment he'll have to get used to, and I think he will make the adjustment as well. A lot of that is just down to strength and legs. But looking at this ESPN thing here, they're talking about his play in the 4th quarter. And I said this to you before after his first 3 games. When he first starts, he seems mad passive. In the second half, like the way you were talking about, who were you talking about does most of the scoring in the 4th quarter?
Garland. Who's talking about Garland?
I can't remember. Literally today. Either way. Wembanyama was that guy, bro. Like for some reason, the second half, he's like, okay, I should probably go score some points.
Yeah, he did that the other night.
He's been doing that the whole. I say the whole season, but like so far to start, every single game so far that I've watched him with my own 2 eyes, I feel like he's just been super passive, super passive.
Yeah, no, that's true. At number 2, Anthony Edwards.
that boy is on a different planet right now.
Yeah,
That boy is on a different planet right now.
Did you see the little scuff we got to with Draymond as well?
Draymond's a bitch,
yeah.
man.
He
I
got
can't
to scuff
even
with
lie.
Draymond and then he cooked. He took him to
That's what you have to
he
do,
took the
though.
whole Warriors to
That's what you have to do. And
Disgusting.
I promise you, I hope Draymond don't do that again to him, innit? But knowing Draymond, he might, innit?
Yeah.
But boy, oh boy. Like, when you talk about what you want from, like, your two guards, you've got a freak athlete he's great in the mid-range. And you know what I like about him as well? He don't settle for the three.
Yeah.
He knows where his buckets need to come from, and he gets to his spots and just goes for it. That right wing seems to be where he operates.
Yeah.
Pretty much the whole time, and none of them are stopping him either. I think Draymond owes Andrew Wiggins a dinner because let me tell you, of that situation, bro, Ant took it personal, bro.
Yeah.
He took it.
He said it's personal now, isn't it? He said it's personal now.
Draymond's literally like, what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, I don't
oh
know.
my gosh, cooked the heck out of him. Disgusting.
100%. Number one, yours truly, Luka Doncic.
He's fake. He's so fake. He's so fake. He came out at the start of the season and said, yeah, you man, go home. Just go home.
He wants to make the playoffs this year.
Yeah. they're 8-2 right now, no?
Yeah, we 8-2.
8-2.
What is that?
right
Is that second in the West? It must be because I imagine.
Second, yeah, I think that Denver's 8-1.
now.
I'm sure we're second in the West.
But he's different. There's something about him.
30, what is it? 30, 10 and 30, 10.7 and
32.
32, 10.7 and 9.3. Boy.
Yeah, second in the West. On level with Denver.
But the only place in which he needed to, it's gone down to 8.4 now. Still, 32, 8 and 8 is ridiculous. The only place in which he really needed to improve his game though was his efficiencies though.
Yeah.
Because the game was there. It's just I think his shot selection at times as well was
And
poor.
his usage rate last year was crazy high.
It probably still is though.
Yeah,
So
true.
his style, the style of that play hasn't changed that much. Them having Derek Lively has massively helped them as well, to be honest, because they were suffering at the 5 before.
Who did they have at the 5? Dwight Powell.
Last year,
Yeah.
Christian Wood sometimes as well, remember?
Oh wow, yeah. Okay.
Who doesn't really, he's not a mad rebounder.
No,
like
it's not. Yeah.
He has potential to be. But then, I mean, if we're being honest, I think the biggest difference is the fact that Kyrie Irving said, yeah, go and do your thing.
Yeah,
Like, I think Kyrie's fully accepted the fact that he's just gonna have a cool 23 a game on decent efficiency, and he'll be happy with Luka just being the number one player in the team. And I think that's fine. And if they need a closer, I think maybe they have options. Like, Luka's not a bad closer at all. His shot selection at times is bad, but he's not a bad closer. But I think they've got options anyway. I think Dallas can keep running. I'm a bit sad they're good. I'll be honest.
Why?
I enjoy hating on Dallas.
Of course you do.
As a Clippers fan, 100% I do.
After the Reggie Jackson situation.
Which one? How many? Which one?
True. Yeah.
Like the thing is, I find it so funny how everyone says, "Oh yeah, the Dallas always kill the Clippers," but they ain't beat us in the playoffs series.
Wow.
They almost did.
Yeah.
They've almost done it a few times. They ain't beat us in the playoffs series. But yeah, 100%. Every time he plays us, there's gonna be highlights coming through.
Just say what Kendrick Perkins done on TV.
Oh fuck! But he was right though. He was right, bro.
Yeah, but that was fueling racism again.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Whipped and chained you like American slave. That's what Drake said. Lucas being our asses, man. Lucas being our fucking asses.
It's terrible, man. But yeah, that's the under 25 list. If you agree or not agree, comment and let us know who your top 20 or under 25s is and who you disagree with. We did speak about Wemby going off, and did you see as well? Yeah, I can't remember who it was, but it was a clip where he took it was a fade, innit? It was a fade in the mid range. My goodness.
Who, Wemby?
Yeah, nobody was gonna ever get close to that. Like, it was ridiculous.
This is the thing though. Like, I feel like I watch him play, and I feel like he's a video game type 2K player. Like, his style of play and everything he does, it don't look like he's thinking too hard about anything.
When he finishes at the rim, does he not look like a 2K player? Like, when it almost glitches because his arm's already there.
Like every time he's banged on someone, I feel like he's barely got off the ground. He's just floating through the air, drifting in one direction or the other.
Yeah, but he's honestly fake.
So you see this in-season tournament, yeah?
Yeah.
Not gonna go into it for very long. People were criticizing it before, and when we did our podcast, when they first announced it, we said it would be a good idea just because it would bring a creative element to games.
Yeah.
And they interviewed a few guys after the first few games, and Dame even said himself, like, you can tell the energy is different around it to a normal regular season game.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, we're only 2 weeks in so far. It's supposed to be 2 games, Tuesdays and Fridays every week for the whole of November, with the finals being in December. I think it was a perfect idea, though, honestly, because I've never felt like people cared about basketball games in the regular season in November, in December. Yeah. But I think they're going to matter quite a lot now. And I don't even necessarily know if it's because there's been so many changes, I'm just more like switch on to what's going on around the league or what it is. But it just feels like everyone's a lot more balanced. There's a lot less bad teams than have been. Like Orlando's been a lot better. OKC have been a lot better. In general, the good teams are still staying up there, with a few of them dropping out, like the Clippers. But Dallas have come in and shocked people a little bit with how good they've been as well.
I think also with when it comes to the in-season tournament, I just don't like the courts. What, you
think there's too much going on?
Yeah, like if anything, I like them having like the trophy, like centre stage, like the image of the trophy, like how they do in the
NBA. But they got that whole line.
Yeah, like I was watching the Pacers Cavs game, and it was
bright as well.
Yeah, it was bright blue. But what I do like about the tournament,
the jerseys, I like them.
I like the jerseys, but also with the tournament, I saw a clip of, I think it was Sabonis, where he was telling, I can't remember who to shoot.
The points differential thing.
Points differential, and that's when I realised, all right, these guys they're locked in, like they know.
Yeah, 100%. It matters. I think obviously the money is a good incentive, because I didn't really think it would make that much of a difference, 500k to each player, but millionaires care about that clearly.
Each player, isn't it? Yeah.
Each player and everyone on the team gets 500k.
Do you know what? Yeah, I remember I think
the coaching staff get a split of some money as well.
I saw LeBron do a post interview about it, and someone quoted D Wade was right that LeBron is the cheapest player because he's like, we're playing with 500k. And he's like, that's keeping us spending money for the year.
I thought, to me, that like hearing it, I thought they just look at it like it was like £500. Obviously, it's a good amount of money in it, but they're not gonna.
So wait, even if you have 10 mil, 500k, that's nice. That's like, okay, I'll just use that to splash.
Yeah,
guess.
Or you know, I can use that to buy a yard. Or I don't know. Like,
that's the real.
Yeah.
They're probably just looking at it for whips and stuff like that.
That's it.
We'll get a match of it. I think it's gonna. I think the next step to it though is to guarantee a playoff berth.
100%.
I think
100%.
And maybe, and I don't know what seed it would be, but guarantee.
I think 6th. Like it'd have to be. It couldn't be a playing spot.
No. I think that's the way they do it. So what I think they do, they guarantee you a play-in position, and if your team happens to make the playoffs, then it just trickles down until the next team that didn't make the playoffs, that had the highest ranking in the in-season tournament, then gets that berth.
I think it should just be, like I say, I think it should be, yes, for playoff, but it's like for the playing. Just like you say, if you're like, I don't know, 13th or something.
Yeah,
it's got to be playing. You can't just be going straight 8 seed. Like
it could be they get the 7th. You know how the 7th in the play-in doesn't have to play the first game. They just automatically go into the second game.
Yeah,
it's something like that along those lines, where they essentially get the advantage in the play-in.
I was going to say it would be like the top 9 get a regular playoff spot.
Imagine it was an actual playoff spot though. Those teams would go hard.
100%. It would make crazy difference. Or like something to do with home court advantage.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, I think if you don't make the playoffs, you get a chance for the play-in, and let's say you do make the playoffs, then maybe you get home court advantage. Yeah. So essentially, like whoever you're playing, the season stops and you get home court advantage.
Yeah. I just need to see one season of it. I think for me, I'm so used to and I'm wired to what the season usually is.
100%.
I need to see this go to like the finals, and then I need to be able to be like, okay, cool. Like, I can see what's happening now.
What this does as well, I think it puts more events in the NBA calendar, because normally you have the season starts in October and it's exciting for a couple of weeks, and then kind of people stop caring, people get injured, it dies down a little bit. Then you have the Christmas period where games are on and stuff like that. Yeah. And then after that, the next bit is probably All-Star. Whereas now you have the start of the season, in-season tournament play throughout the whole of November.
Yeah.
Then you have the finals in the beginning of December. Then you have the Christmas games. Then a month and a little bit later, you have All-Star. So there's way more milestones.
NBA
Trade deadline, stuff like that. I think the way they've done it, they've added extra event to the whole thing that will bring more buzz around everything. I think it was a great decision.
Yeah, 100%.
I have to give Adam Silver some credit, to be honest, because I feel like the league was kind of going in the wrong direction at one point in terms of also, one thing that he's fixing as well is this All-Star situation as well. Like going back to East-West, I think makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I think it was like the idea that they had for drafting, and like that whole thing for like Kobe and the whole numbers thing.
But it's been what, 4 or 5 years now?
It made sense at the start where they actually like they wanted to say, okay, cool, this is working, this is what we wanted. Yeah. But now I think go back to the traditional way. It makes more sense. You're not having players. There was a lot of players that were like, "Oh, I should have got an All-Star selection." Now it's East-West. You just play. You have to be the top 10, top 15 players.
12, I think it is.
Top 12 players in the West or the East. I think is the best way.
Yeah. No, I agree, man. Because that All-Star was just looking not compared with just
I
was like, okay.
The last one definitely. I feel like it was fine. It was fine. Maybe the one like the year before last. But the last one,
but I think also if they're planning to do whatever for the East and West, they need to sort out the mini games like the dunk contest and stuff like that.
Been saying they need to have ones. I need
to see who's back. Like if I could see Wemby versus KD 1-on-1, I want to see that. That's television I'd pay for.
That shit would be live.
Yeah,
that shit would be live.
Ones would definitely be a good shot. I don't think that probably won't come about unless the NBA goes on like a dying spree again.
I think when guys like KD are done, I think when the proud people are gone, like are at the league, then I think they can start doing, which would be a bit sad because I feel like he'd be one of the most exciting ones to watch. But I think when the LeBrons and the KDs are gone, the Stephs are gone, and then you got like can you imagine when Anthony Edwards is like top 3 players in the league?
Mm-hmm.
I think he'll be way more up for competing for things like that than other people. He should probably do the dunk contest as well, to be honest.
Yeah, it will be good.
When the good players start competing in those kind of things, that's when it will get good. No one wants to see role players doing half of this shit. Yeah. Three point shooting is different. That's fine with me because it's exciting. But I really don't care about Matt McClung, even though he had one of the best dunk contests things I've seen in a while. But yeah.
Where is he now? Is he still G League Sixers or something?
This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we don't know where he is, but he got his viral moment. Before we go, anything to mention? Anything you saw throughout the NBA week? Or any moments or anything?
It's hard not to say Ant's post the dunk.
Oh, that was, it was on Sarge.
Yeah. If I'm honest, I just think his fourth quarter play in general, like he literally did definitely chat shit get banged. Like Draymond was talking, I was like, cool, let's get cooking, innit? Like I like that shit because I feel like it's the poking the bear kind of situation.
Yeah.
You're not having guys not in a situation where you're saying stuff and nothing's really happening. I feel like a direct cause of Anthony Edwards going off was Draymond Green talking shit.
Yeah.
So I'm always a big fan of that. I'll probably say that one then.
I think it's just AD for me. I think AD's been playing really, really well for me.
Mm-hmm.
He had the throw out last night.
Yeah.
And he just looks solid. He's not Anthony Davis.
Yeah. That's what they need, man.
And I think he's finally. I think he understands now that the keys are in his hands.
I still don't think he's going to take it. I'll be honest. I think, and I don't even know if it's in his control or not. In it, I think LeBron is still too good, and the guy is tired. Like you can see it, but he's still too good. I feel like for AD to look like number one player on that team, LeBron would have to average like 18 again.
Yeah, but also I think individual performance, he's doing what I wanted him to do.
Yeah. And that's what's important.
That's the thing with AD, man. He's like, here's the Lambo, he's like, I already got the Bentley as well, though, man. I don't ever need this, so. But we're gonna see, man. It seems like when he has the throw out, he's feeling himself. So hopefully he can continue this because this is what the Lakers need. You need AD to be dominant. But like I say, LeBron, it's hard for it's hard for him to take a back seat right now because like yes, that's one we got to mention. Darvin Ham is not the Lakers coach. He is a fan. He is a fan, and he just works for the franchise. I don't know, maybe he's a towel boy or something. Because
did you see that picture of his son?
Darvin Ham's son.
Yeah, and he's a coach as well, and they both stand the exact same. I'll show you guys the picture after.
Okay.
No, I haven't seen that picture.
He's a baller too.
Is he a baller?
I feel like Darvin Ham's not that old though. How old is his son to be a coach?
I don't know, but when I saw that picture and they both had their hands in their pockets, I was like, nah, what are they breeding?
Yeah, but he needs to. I don't know for him, man. I really don't like him. Because this guy, the decisions that he makes, it just makes absolutely no sense sometimes. And yeah, like I say, LeBron's the coach of that team, man.
I saw a video where a timeout got called by the Lakers, and they put the camera on they rewind it and put the lens on Darvin Ham. He didn't call the timeout.
You call the timeout?
Who do you think called the timeout, bro?
Darvin Ham is a fan. He is not the Lakers coach, bro. Flipping hell, that's crazy. Man said
Obviously players call timeouts, but this one just was different.
Man's gonna be like, who got a timeout? Because I'm like,
sorry.
Because I'm gonna kick one everything that's on the pen here. Take
Drill it up.
Right, but if no one has anything else to add, then that will be the end of the pod. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications on the platform that you're listening on. Make sure.
Pray for the Clippers, please.
Don't. Make sure you lock in, you follow, share, and all that good stuff. Like I say, our socials will be linked in there if you have any questions as well. And if you keep hearing a certain melody with the podcast name, I want you guys to spam Teon.
Take it to the
spam him. Yeah, it's a point where he can't even use his phone.
Take it to the
So we can finally rebrand. But yeah, we've been your host, and thank you for listening, man. And as certain man aren't here because don't be enough excursions.
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah,
he's on tour.
But like you always say, we over and out, baby.